Greetings, my name is Braden Frame, and I'm the Senior Director of Social Emotional Learning at the Urban Assembly. And I'm on this journey across the United States of America to show SEL Nation, to show how districts and how schools are prioritizing the social emotional development of young people.
SEL here at Packagale takes on many forms.
SEL in our school looks like true success, which is done building-wide.
It has been quite a journey as a leader at Price Middle School trying to focus on social and emotional learning. And it was evident to me that it was a missing ingredient for our attempt to focus heavily on academics.
The social emotional skill I'm working on is growth mindset, and it's important to me because when something big is happening, I could just tell myself, you could do it.
To learn how to control myself and manage on everything I do.
My self-awareness, why knowing how I am and how I react to certain situations, it really helps myself, but also helps me build connections to other people, which leads onto social awareness, knowing how others react and how others feel about certain topics, certain discussions, certain scenarios.
As I enter high school, it's going to be some tough times that I'm just going to have to say no to.
Being able to understand my family, not so much looking at things from my perspective, but also looking at it from their perspective as well.
SEL here at Gardner, it's a wide range of every day is different.
SEL does is help you deal with all of the emotions that young people, especially middle school and high school students, begin to deal with as they grow up.
I champion SEL because the greatness and the potential that it affords our students.
Champion social emotional learning because children learn best when their individual needs are met.
To me, social emotional learning is a way to help students manage all the different dynamics that are necessary for them to learn the best.
Personally, I think it's better to do it. Instead of making kids, work all the time, work. It's better to let them express themselves, calm down a little bit, and get to know their teachers too.
If I didn't connect with my teachers, I wouldn't really feel motivated to anything in school.
It really affects students. You don't know how a student's feeling whenever they walk into a classroom or what they're going on at home.
Help you with getting stress off your mind from when you're studying.
I feel like it's a big part of the curriculum of a classroom because it helps students get along with each other.
I feel like with SEL, it would teach a lot of people in our community how to communicate more.
When we think about what we want adults to be like, we have to consider how do we get these kids to be productive citizens, right?
Considering just the demands of what they've had to go through over the last couple of years and just the demands of modern living in general, I think it's more important than ever to explicitly teach these skills. You can't be someone that works with children if you don't actually respect the fact that it's part of our job now.
High school students need to develop skills in SEL because they're at that stage of their life where they're about to go into the real world.
As a student who grew up in New York City, a lot of these skills weren't taught to me as a child. And so when I went away to college, I had to learn a lot of them through trial and error.
It's the gluiness of a good class.
They're the ones, as their brains are developing, they're the most receptive to learning these skills.
Strongest SEL skill is I have two. My self-awareness and my social awareness.
SEL skill that's my biggest strength would definitely be self-awareness.
Making responsible choices.
Social awareness.
I'm working on relationship skills. I say being able to communicate with others and stuff, not being shy to do anything.
I think I've grown in talking with teachers and more maturity.
I think everybody has to show encouragement. Somebody gives you the encouragement, tells you it's going to be okay, you're going to do great at this.
A lot of them know where they want to go, just not how to get there. And I feel we as leaders, we can help them with that part.
This is stuff that they use outside of this space that will only benefit them in the future.
Key component to how I kind of ignite or spark an emotional attachment to what we're doing in class.
When I'm in class, any of my teachers will come up to me if I seem off, or they'll call my guidance counselor, per se. Even my guidance counselor, she'll always make sure that I'm okay.
What SEL looks like in my school is teachers keeping a smile on their face. They walk around school proud to actually work.
SEL was just like a big part of everything. We needed to basically like manage ourselves.
They will be more kind, more respectful.
I prioritize continually relating current events and what's going on in the world to their lives so that they can come to a better understanding of what their relationship is to society, what their role in society is and what it can be.
I teach social emotional learning explicitly through my advisory class, through activities that students get to pair up with each other through role play.
A lot of leveling that happens in the dance room. So there's a lot of social awareness that you have to know about other people. There's a lot of self-awareness that you need to know.
You'll see it when we have community events, when students have to really know about their self-awareness and social awareness. And you'll see it in our job fairs.
DESA has allowed us to be much more focused on what particular groups of students need.
And so that data, when we see that we're seeing high trends in particular behaviors or particular competencies, then we can pull from that SEL toolkit.
Because unlike other assessments, this assessment is solely around empowering student voice and activating student voice around their social-emotional competence.
What I've done is I've kind of used the Aperture DESA, whether it's the full DESA or the mini DESA, as an opportunity to spend more time in the classroom doing observation.
Well, if you bring that to the community, you could probably see a huge difference in people and how they shapeshift, because a lot of times it's violence, it's jumping to conclusion, or someone has to get shot or killed.
A lot of people would make a lot of friends, and a lot of people wouldn't get into fights.
It impacted my relationships because it like helped them learn about me like as a person.